So I'm on a little bit of a road trip right now, about 7 hours, 700 kilometers from Calgary, Alberta to my hometown of Regina, Saskatchewan. I know in the last couple videos I was just there taking care of the dog, but I just took 2 weeks off from work, did some traveling, did a little bit of a road trip, but now I'm heading back and I'm doing this drive completely alone, as you can see here, and I thought I'd get a little bored because it is 7 hours of the most flat, boring driving you'll ever do in your life. So I took to Instagram to ask you guys if you guys had any questions, and I would answer them while driving, so you guys are kind of like here with me on the road trip. What made you start doing YouTube? So I've been doing YouTube for quite a long time. I'd say my first video was posted probably in 2014, 15 maybe. It was just that I was kind of being a stupid kid and I saw a lot of people making YouTube videos and their lives all seemed so cool. In the very beginning, the real reason was just that I was really inspired by people that I saw vlogging on YouTube making these short films, and I just thought, why don't I try my hand at this? How hard can it be? What are you in school for? So I guess technically I'm still enrolled in school as a full-time student, but I'm on a co-op term right now, and that's because I'm going into my last year of engineering at Queen's University, and I am in engineering physics with a specialization in computing. But yeah, I'm going back to school in the fall. It sounds really fancy and cool and smart. It's really not. 9 to 5 or full-time YouTube. So full-time YouTube isn't something that I've ever actually experienced or thought too much about. If I really could scale it up and properly monetize it and get it to a point where it fully supports my lifestyle, obviously that would be insane, but realistically in the short term that's just not possible. I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. So right now I'd probably have to stick with what I know and do the 9 to 5 and YouTube at the same time. It's kind of a bad answer, but that's all I really know because I've only ever done both at the same time, or maybe with school I've never done one thing only. Any tips for talking in front of a camera? So talking to a camera is really just the same thing as talking to yourself. If you treat it like a normal conversation, it might be a little awkward because you have to play both sides of the conversation. But then if you treat it like a speech, it comes off way too formal and people just don't really latch on to that kind of thing. And I don't think there's any crazy secret to it. I think it's just something that comes with time. Even now, people say I sound very articulate. That's only because you guys see what I want you guys to see. I cut out all of my stutters and I've probably re-recorded this one question like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, I'm not afraid of like re-recording or repeating things because I just really want to make sure my word is understood. What I'm trying to say is properly displayed. What are your long-term goals for YouTube, film, and photography? So I'll talk about photography first. When you pick up a camera, it's kind of expected that you do both photo and video. So photography, there's no real end goal, it's just something that I do. But for YouTube and filmmaking, now that's different. It's hard to set an end goal because I've been doing this for so long and I don't think there's ever a point where I'll be like, I've reached it, the finish line, I'm done. Like I said earlier, I don't have any plans to quit my job, drop out of school, and become a YouTuber or anything. I really like to treat my YouTube channel like a journal so that I can document my life as I progress towards being like the best version of myself that I can. Will you move to New York City? So I think a lot of people on this channel now came from a few New York videos that I posted that have done very, very well. But to answer the question, do I have plans to move to New York City? No, I do not. I literally cannot. I legally cannot move to New York. I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm not American. I don't have a green card. I don't have a work visa. I can't even move to New York. But that's not to say that I don't want to live there because it really has been my dream for so many years to live in New York City, at least for a little bit when I'm young. Okay, so I'm home now, so I'm gonna rip through a few more of these questions before I wrap up this video and go to bed. I'm trying to do a quick turnaround on this video, so I'm gonna try and edit it tonight, get it up tomorrow. How to start editing while working a full-time job. So in terms of actually starting and making time for it, I think the unfortunate truth is just that you're gonna have to carve out the time somehow. The truth is, nobody actually has the time. You actually have to make the commitment to yourself. In terms of actual beginner tips on how to start, it's way too complicated to get into this video. I actually have another video talking about how I edit and color my videos, so you can check that out. But if there's anything that you need to know in terms of starting out as a video editor, you can just Google it. Everything I've learned has been from YouTube. And in the beginning, I think it really is just about imitating and trying to figure out what you like to do. How do you figure out what you want to do with your life? So I don't really subscribe to the idea that every human has like one purpose in life. I think as you grow up and as time passes, what you want to do with your life changes. I think it's really cliche to wake up and think that you're born to do one thing because like every day my mindset changes. It's easy to look at other people, especially on the internet, like across a screen like this, to think they have everything figured out. But that's just not the truth, and I don't think you need to put pressure on yourself to figure it out because what you want to do with your life is constantly changing. And the good news is you have an entire lifetime to figure it out. how do you get the music in your YouTube videos? So this is definitely one of those questions that I get a lot, because as you guys know from this video and all of my previous videos, I use extremely copyrighted music in my videos, like straight from Spotify, the Billboard 100, the top 10 hits of the week or whatever. First of all, I am monetized, but I don't actually make any money from YouTube videos because of the copyrighted songs I use. And in terms of how I actually use the songs, I basically just go on YouTube, find the song that I like, drag it into YouTube's MP3, download it, and drag it straight into Premiere. Nothing fancy, but I think that having good music is really, really, really important to a video. What GPU do you have? So this is a good question, because a lot of you guys I think are coming from my PC building video where I built my dream computer. And the truth is, the reason that I didn't mention what GPU I had in my computer is because I didn't upgrade it just yet. I'm still rocking a 1060 6GB Asus ROG card. I bought it for like $450 back in the day, and I think now it's worth like $50. I think I'm gonna get either a 4070 Ti Super or maybe a 4080. I'm gonna shop around and see what I can afford. I just really didn't feel the need to upgrade right then in that moment, because like a new GPU is gonna run me back like 1200 smackaroos. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question, but follow me on Instagram so you can be a part of the next Q&A. I actually really like filming these videos because it feels very personal, right? You guys are directly asking me the questions, and it saves me a lot of time answering the same questions in the comments. I also just want to say thank you, because this channel has just passed 5,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. When I started making videos as a kid, it was crazy to think that even one person would want to hear what this guy had to say. And now there's 5,000 of you guys sitting here in this community, and it definitely has been a lot of fun making these videos, talking to you guys, and seeing that you guys are able to get something out of these videos. But I'm not going to yap too much about it, because this really is only the beginning. Stay tuned for lots more videos coming up. I have a few pretty interesting how-to tips videos, plus a couple travel vlogs. So that's enough for this time. I will see you guys in the next one.